All right, so today we're going to dive into something really cool.
Oh, yeah.
It's this project called the Eureka Lamp.
Okay.
And it's basically all about this student designer who decided to kind of merge like artistic vision with VR and 3D printing.
Sounds pretty high tech.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Super high tech.
Yeah.
And we're pulling all this from a conversation on Reality Collab talks.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever checked it out,
Oh,
but
I haven't.
it's really interesting to hear these students talk
Yeah.
about what they're working on and how they're like approaching design in a completely different way.
Cool.
So the creator of this lamp is Erin Nelms.
Okay.
And
Erin Nelms.
yeah, and what's fascinating is that they weren't just trying to make a lamp.
Right.
They were trying to create like a statement piece,
Hmm.
you know, something that was both functional
Yeah.
and like a work of art.
Yeah, definitely a blend of like design
Exactly.
and art coming together.
And the name Eureka is super interesting too.
Oh, how so?
Well, in the conversation, Erin talks about how they were sketching
Uh-huh.
and like just struggling to get the proportions right.
Okay.
You know, they just weren't having that like aha moment.
I feel like that's every designer's
Right.
nightmare.
It is totally.
When you can picture it, but you just can't quite get it down on paper.
Yeah, exactly. And like getting the scale and the curves to work together
Yes.
can be such a pain.
It's like three-dimensional thinking on a two-dimensional surface.
It is. And that's where VR came in for Erin.
Oh, wow. So they actually use...
We did.
Yeah.
They jumped into this program called Gravity Sketch.
Okay.
And suddenly they could actually like move around their design
Wow.
in 3D space.
That's amazing.
It's wild. It was a shape that was pretty much impossible to visualize in
Right.
2D.
Yeah.
But in VR, they could experiment
Yeah.
and like refine the curve until it was perfect.
Wow, that's a great example of how this technology can really push the boundaries of what's possible.
Now, one of the coolest parts about all this is that we get to see a time lapse
Oh, really?
of the 3D printing process.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's like watching the lamp emerge layer by layer.
Mm.
But there's this one moment where you see the light kind of diffuse
Okay.
through this thin section of the base.
Yeah.
It's a detail you wouldn't even notice in a photo,
Right.
but in the video,
Yeah.
it's just magical.
And
So let's talk about the initiative behind all of this.
Okay.
It's called Think 3D Design 3D Print 3D.
Catchy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So it's this partnership
Okay.
between Professor Benny Ansel's Media Arts class
Okay.
and something called the Reality Collab.
What is that?
So the Reality Collab is all about providing access to this really high-tech equipment.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's more than just teaching software.
Right.
It's about like giving students the tools to experiment
Yeah.
and to push the boundaries of design.
That's amazing. And I'm curious, like, how did this initiative even get started?
That is a good question.
What were their goals?
Yeah,
You know, beyond just these individual projects like the Eureka Lamp,
right.
like how are students selected?
Yeah.
What kind of support did they get?
Yeah.
You know, do they get mentorship? Do they get guidance beyond just the tech?
Totally. I mean, I'd love to know more about the behind the scenes
Yeah, me too.
of all of that.
Yeah.
But going back to the lamp for a sec, what's really cool is that it didn't just end up in a storage closet.
Oh, really?
No, it's actually on display in a gallery.
Wow, that's awesome.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's like showcasing what's possible
Yeah.
when students have these tools in a supportive environment.
Absolutely. It's so important to give students the opportunity
Let's
to
check it
really
out.
see their ideas come to life.
And one of the students, Flora Lynn,
Okay.
talked about how empowering that is
Yeah.
to like hold something in your hand and say, I made this.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
It's really inspiring to hear about these projects.
It is. It really is. This whole deep dive has just been super inspiring to me.
Yeah.
I mean, the Eureka Lamp is like
It is.
a testament to creative thinking,
Yeah.
collaboration, and just like the incredible tools that we have available today.
Absolutely. I think it makes you wonder what other creative boundaries are out there.
Oh, yeah.
Just waiting to be broken.
Totally.
You know what other light bulb moments are just waiting to be discovered?
Yeah.
It's such an exciting time for design and technology.
I know. It's like the possibilities are endless.
Really are.
So,
So keep your eyes open, everyone.
yes,
There's a lot of exciting stuff happening out there.
absolutely.